Hey guys, today I'm coming to you with a video for my version of a Thai drunken spaghetti, and that just means that it's a Thai version of spaghetti. It doesn't have any alcohol in it, at least the original may have, but not mine. I kind of got it like a fusion recipe. I've got a lot of ingredients going on. Right here we've got a pound of chopped chicken. You can use chicken breast or chicken thighs. I'm using chicken thighs today because that's what I had on hand, and it also imparts a lot of flavor. I've got a tablespoon of onion powder, about 2 tablespoons of Sazon all-purpose seasoning, and about half a tablespoon of Italian herbs. And then right here I'm using the Gourmet Garden Thai seasoning that I have right here, which is just a nice mix of chopped cilantro, ginger, lemongrass, and chili pepper. So that gives it that authentic Thai taste. And then I've got some of the Gourmet Garden chili pepper. It's kind of like a sriracha. It's just made with chili peppers. And we've got a little bit here. Kind of looks like a chili sauce. And then we've got some freshly minced garlic. About 3 tablespoons of freshly minced garlic. And about 2 tablespoons of the Thai seasoning. And about a tablespoon of the chili pepper sauce. Then I've got half a cup of chopped onion and about a tablespoon of peanut butter. I kind of got the natural variety here. It's kind of really creamy and oily, and it works good for this dish. And it's about a tablespoon. And then I've got some chili oil, a little bit of soy sauce, and some tomato basil sauce that we're going to put into our spaghetti noodles. So let's get started. And I've got some water boiling on the stove for our pasta. So let's just go ahead and get started with the dish. So I'm going to start by making the marinade, and the marinade is going to be a little bit of chili oil. I'll say about a tablespoon, or I'll say about a half tablespoon of chili oil, and then we're going to come through with some low sodium soy sauce. We're just going to do a dash of that. I don't want it too salty because we're going to already have our chicken seasoned. I'd say a couple of dashes of soy sauce, and then we're going to go ahead and add in about half of our garlic. Add that right to the dish. And about half of our Thai seasoning. Again, that's that mix of cilantro, lemongrass, ginger, and chili pepper. And we're going to come and put in our peanut butter. It sounds odd, but it's a common ingredient in Thai recipes, and it imparts some really nice flavor. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up really nicely. And we're going to marinate the chicken after we season it. We're also going to marinate it in the onions because the onions are going to release their liquids as well and add a really nice flavor. And this sauce is really going to flavor those onions. It's going to be really tasty, guys. I know you're going to love it. So let's go ahead and get our chicken seasoned. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to move on to our chicken, and we'll come back to that. Again, I've got some really unique seasonings, and it's just something that I use all the time when I cook. But it really imparts a lot of flavor. I'm going to go ahead and start with my seasoning salt. This again is Sazon seasoning. You can find it in the Hispanic section of your grocer, and it's really like a really delicious, tasty seasoning salt. Just take seasoning salt over the top, really. Let me get a new, let me get my spoon, and we're going to add our onion powder. Okay guys, so I just went ahead and added the onion powder. I'm going to go ahead and add these Italian herbs. And I'm not adding any pepper to this because we've already got a kick from this chili pepper. We don't need any more. We'll taste it as we go and see if we need to add any. But now I'm going to go ahead and throw in the onions, and let's mix this all up, guys. Just want to get everything well incorporated. Guys, you should smell how good it smells at my house. The onions, the peanut butter, that's in the marinade over here. It's delicious. We've got the Sazon seasoning, onion powder, fresh herbs. This is going to really be tasty, guys. I'm going to incorporate this really well, and I'll be back in a second, and we'll go ahead and get ready to cook this. We're going to add it to the marinade, and then we're going to get cooking. Okay guys, so I've got the chicken marinated. I went ahead and mixed it with the sauce we made, the marinade sauce, and I just added the seasoned chicken. And so I'm going to go ahead and stick this in my refrigerator for about an hour. It's really best if you do it overnight though. You can really impart some great flavor the longer you let it marinate. But if you're in a hurry, this will taste great. Just right after you finish marinating it, you could go ahead and cook it. But I really would recommend letting it sit for a little bit. Go ahead and cover it up and put it in your refrigerator, and I'll be back with you when it's done marinating. Alright guys, our chicken has been marinating. It's time to get cooking. I've got about a pound of spaghetti noodles here. Or you could use your traditional Asian pad thai noodles, whatever you want. But I think it tastes great with just spaghetti. So we're just going to get started on cooking the pasta. You can cook it for about 9 or 10 minutes. That'll be al dente. But I actually like to cook mine about 11 or 12 minutes. I think it comes out the perfect texture. And that's what I've got some salted water boiling in my pot. And I'm going to go ahead and add these noodles and get cooking. Alright, while that's cooking, let's go ahead and move over here to this burner. We're going to start on our chicken. And while our chicken is going ahead and cooking up, we're going to make a delicious tomato Thai sauce that I think is going to go really nicely with this. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on. I'm going to start at high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. I'm just going to add a little bit. We don't need much because, again, the chicken's been marinating in oil. So we don't need much. Just maybe like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of olive oil. And once the pan heats up, we're just going to start going ahead and cooking our chicken up, okay? Guys, make sure you set your timer. There's nothing worse than undercooked or overcooked pasta. I go ahead and always preheat my, I go ahead and start my timer so that my pasta is what I consider to be perfect. You're welcome to cook it al dente 9 or 10 minutes, but I like it about 11 or 12 minutes. Comes out perfect for me. I went ahead and added our marinated chicken to the pan. We're going to let this start cooking. You guys know the deal. We're going to let this cook on one side until it's brown, and then I'm going to turn it over and let it brown on the other side. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of water and cover it up. That way it can steam to cook through. There's nothing more gross than chicken that's overcooked and tough and overly burnt because someone thought they grilled it. Yeah, you want it to be brown on both sides, but you don't want it to be burnt. You want it to still be juicy and tender when you bite into it. So let's go ahead and get this going, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alright, let's go ahead and make our drunken spaghetti sauce. I have got just a regular jar of really good quality tomato basil sauce. Actually, I love this sauce. It comes from Aldi's, my favorite store. We're just going to use one jar. It's a 24-ounce can. You can use your favorite sauce, or if you want to go ahead and make it homemade. A lot of times I like to doctor up my tomato sauce and just take it over the top. But if you want to make it from scratch, you're welcome to do that as well. Just really use a good tomato basil sauce because in Thailand they love to use basil. Okay, we added that. Now we're going to go ahead and add our 1 tablespoon of chili paste. Well, it's not chili paste, but you could use that. It's kind of like a chili sauce. Or if you don't have that, go ahead and just use a tablespoon of sriracha. That'll work as well. I'd go ahead and say use some chili paste, chili sauce, or sriracha. Either one is going to add really great flavor. And we've got some of this minced garlic. We've got about a tablespoon of minced garlic here. And again, some of the Thai seasoning paste. We used half of it when we marinated our chicken, and we're going to go ahead and add about another tablespoon now. And then we're going to add just a little bit of dried ginger. But if you want to go ahead and use just a little bit of grated fresh ginger, that would take it over the top, guys. And I'll be back in a minute.